Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about all of our triangle postulates for congruence. And we're going to talk about how we can and cannot use them, right? So the biggest thing is you have these letters, right? SSS. That means that you have to have three sides right next to each other, right? So it has to be DF and then also FE and then also ED, right? So DF has to be the same as AC over here, and then EF has to be the same as BC, and then DE has to be the same as AB. With a triangle, that's very simple because you're just talking about three sides, so that's fine anyway. But when you start getting into angles, okay, so ASA, angle, side angle, what does that mean? It means you have to have this angle, okay, so maybe angle EDF, you have to have this angle, and then the next side has to be attached to angle D, okay, so line DF is going to be our side, and then we have to have an angle, but it has to be the very next angle, so it's got to be this angle over here, DFE. Right, so we got to have this angle congruent to this angle, we got to have this side congruent to this side of this other triangle, and then this angle congruent to this other angle. It has to be, right, this angle, this side, this angle, this angle, this side, this angle. Or you can start with this angle, okay, so you make ACB, angle ACB, congruent to DFE, and then we're going to have the side BC congruent to EF, okay, so it's the next side over, so we've got this angle, this side, and then we have to have this angle over here, angle ABC, which would be congruent to angle DEF. So you could have angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle, or you could have, right, angle, side, angle, with angles FED and EDF congruent to, you know, these ones over here. So CBA and BAC. So, right, it has to be in order. It cannot be like, you know, angle and then a side and then this angle over here, because then that's like angle, angle, side. Not quite the same thing. We're going to look at something with that in a moment. But, for example, you know, if you have like angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, then we're going to have this side, this angle, this side, right? So side, angle, side. Not like side, side, and then an angle. It's got to be side, angle, side. So the basic idea is wherever you start, you got to keep going in order. You have to have a side, then an angle, then another side. Not a side, and then another side, and then an angle. If this doesn't make sense, let your teacher know. Otherwise, let's practice.